It wasn't that long ago when we got the plan for phase 5. I think it was back in October of last year, late September, early October of 2022, where we got the reveal that phase 4 was ending, that phase 5 was beginning, and you got Ant-Man, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy, but you also have all these Disney Plus things. Secret Invasion, spring of 2023. That's right around the corner. Echo, summer of 2023. Loki, summer of 2023. You had all of these release windows. Well, after Bob Iger's recent comments following the flop that was Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania will not reach $500 million worldwide, will lose a lot of money for Disney. Bob Iger said, you know what? Maybe we need to think about the quality instead of the quantity of what we're doing. And what do you know? Not long after, Disney Plus removes MCU Phase 5 release windows, signaling big delays. So all of these things that they told us when they were coming out for phase 5 just a few months ago have had all of their release windows removed. Now they all just say coming soon. So you're talking about Secret Invasion. You're talking about Loki. You're talking about basically everything on this list has now had its release window removed. As Disney desperately tries to come up with a strategy to stop these disappointments from Marvel. And what was the plan? Do you remember the original plan, Jeremy, when they launched Disney Plus? They wanted something new from Marvel coming out every single week. Now, whether that was a movie that got released on the platform, whether that was an episode of TV, whether that was a behind the scenes look at something, they wanted something MCU every single week. What's been the result? Well, they've lost just $2.5 billion on Disney Plus in the last 6 months. It's not working out that well. They're not getting this return on their investment. And now, with the pushback that they're having from the audience, who are just not interested in a lot of this shit from Marvel, they're almost having to, it feels like they're going back and they're trying to find a way to save these things that have been done for a long time, that have been ready to come out for a long time. Whether it's save it in the editing room, whether leave a gap in there because they realize people are sick and tired of it. This is not good news for Marvel.
Everything that Disney and Star Wars are doing right now is proving the fans right. It's proving all of these toxic YouTubers and toxic fans right. We have been telling you that you were destroying these properties. You were destroying these brands. This is what the fans wanted to see. And you decided, no, we're telling you what you want to see. We don't care what you think because we know better than you. Nothing about this is good. This has identity politics and nonsense written all over it. As a normie, what would a normie respond to? Guardians of the Galaxy and maybe Captain America until you realize it ain't really Captain America.
And maybe Daredevil.
Maybe
like Daredevil until they realize that it's going to be a cucked version of Daredevil. But yeah.
Right. I mean, nothing here is going to connect to the normies. Nothing except for Guardians. That's it. And everything else is tainted or ruined or irrelevant.
Look at all the shit that was supposed to release this year. Quantumania, Secret Invasion, Guardians of the Galaxy, Echo, Loki, The Marvels, Blade, Ironheart, and then maybe Agatha. All those things are supposed to release in 2023. At this point in time, it looks like Secret Invasion Secret Invasion and Loki will release this year. Like in terms of these Disney Plus shows. That they're pretty confident about, but they don't have release windows for them anymore. And obviously the Marvels and Guardians of the Galaxy. Blade, that might not come out. Blade might get fucking canceled, to be honest with you. Ironheart ain't going to happen this year. Echo ain't going to happen this year. Like they're pushing all of these things massively.
The Marvels might not happen this year.
I think that will. I don't know if they can move that release date again. That'd be pretty embarrassing.
But yes, but the MCU's in a terrible place right now. There's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing to sit there and go, this is where we're going to get back on track. Again, I think Guardians is the one outlier here, but there's nothing about the Guardians franchise that moves the universe forward. You know what I mean? It's not something that it's not an Avengers type of movie. It's not a Civil War type of movie. So it's not centered around Guardians. So the Guardians movie will be a one-off. Again, I still don't know how to gauge that movie. I'm a big fan of both the first two Guardians movies and the holiday special. I think that's going to be a movie that does well. Will it make $1 billion? Probably not. No Guardians movies made $1 billion, even though they've both done really well. But That's not something that moves the universe forward. It's a very much a one-off. So they're just in a bad way completely, and they're kind of doing everything that the fans told you should have done. And this is what happens when you push into identity politics and you've designed your whole entire universe around characters and agenda-driven nonsense that no one cares about. Nobody except for blue-haired whales on Twitter. That's it. So Marvel's they're in awful position right now. And the fact that we still think that they're in better shape than DC and Star Wars says everything. And that's just by default. But I think it's going to be a really bad few years for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think that they're going to have to do something desperate to get things back on track. This is not going to fix itself. It's not.